What's up, guys? Coach David DeLeon here with Coach Courtney Carlisle at OTL Fitness. We're going to talk about the front rack position for front squats, and we're going to talk about the front rack position for pressing, because this is a root to a lot of movements that we do here in class, and I think a lot of times there's a little misunderstanding or just not knowing at all on where exactly to be in these two front rack positions. And then later on we'll talk about kind of wrist mobility as well. So the first thing we're going to talk about, guys, is front rack position for front squats. Now, Courtney's going to position her hands first right outside of her shoulders on this barbell. The next thing she's going to do is she's going to bring her body under that bar and pause right here. You're going to notice that she lets this bar go to her fingertips right here. Let's go ahead and bring it over here. No, you can keep it on that rack for now. See how she's just on the fingertips here? She doesn't have it in her entire hand in this front rack position. Can some people front squat and use a front rack position here? Heck yes, it just depends on your mobility. But we're going to say that majority of you watching don't have very good mobility. We're going to let that bar go back onto the fingertips, and notice here that bar is on above her collarbone. It's on top of her shoulders, and it's right next to her throat area. She's not going to choke herself out. She can still breathe here. Now she's going to lift up. She's going to take a step back. The elbows, guys, they're nice and high. We don't want the elbows down. This is a lot of pressure on this wrist. Keep the elbows up nice and high. It also keeps this upper back nice and tall as well. So if she's going to go into a front squat, and we're not teaching the front squat here, we're just talking about the front rack position, but if she went down to that front squat, take it down, she still keeps those elbows up nice and high because that front rack position is allowing her to. And I'd even bring her up just a little bit more in that front rack if we could. Maybe have to work some mobility first before we go into it. Stand it up, take it back to the rack. So that's how she would get set up for her front, in her front rack position for her front squat. Front rack position for the front squat. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over the front rack position for any type of pressing. So same thing again. Her hands are right outside of the shoulders. You don't want the hands on the shoulders, just right outside of. She's going to bring her body around that bar. Now the elbows are still going to be in front of the body. Go ahead and stand the bar up, bring it out. Her elbows are still in front of the body, but we don't have them as elevated as we do for the front squat position. Right, let me come to this side real quick, sorry. Shoulders are up nice and tall. If she can take a deep breath, and now that really sets up a great shoulder rack for that front rack position. And from here, she would press overhead. And same thing, we're not going to talk about the movement of a press. We're just talking about the front rack position and return back to front rack. Okay? Bring it back up again. Something that I see a lot of people do when they come out of the press is they come back down and they totally miss the front rack position. Bring it down like to right here. And they bring it down here. A lot of strain on the wrist here. This is not a supportive position. And now to get back into our press, we have to take it back up again. So don't drop all the way down. Take it overhead for the press. Bring it back into the front rack position every time. And now we're set and ready to press again. Great job. Bring it back. So let me come back in the picture here. Sorry for all the confusion of the movement. Two places for the front rack position. One for front squat, one for pressing. Let's show them one more time. Front squat, front rack position. It's on the fingertips. Elbows up nice and high. Go ahead and take it back. Now for the front rack position for any type of pressing. Same resting position on the shoulders. We've got a full grip on that barbell. Elbows are in front of the body, but they're not as high as they would be in a front squat. Take it back. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are your front rack positions for front squat and for your press. Thank you very much, Courtney. We'll see you soon, guys.